Right, we're moving on to part D here, Introduction to Maps and Mapping. New Lab 1, Introduction to GIS UMass. We've started off with mostly UI, figuring out how to get our data set, stuff like that. Now we're really digging into more about how the maps work, how data works. We're going to see some maps, see some preset things to get you interested in how the mapping operates. We're also going to see our first and only really version difference that causes us a little bit of trouble. So in this case, we're actually opening what are called map projects from the data that we opened, that we unzipped earlier. And inside of part D, you can see 3 of these map projects. Map projects are great ways to set up data or to share data or to organize data so that you can show someone exactly what you see. So rather than, even beyond a screenshot, screenshots are great too. That's what you see. But the map project, you can just give them your view, give them your ARC project and say, here's what's going on. So map projects are pretty awesome. I've got 3 of them for you. I'm going to start with this one labeled counties. And we're going to sit on it just because it's kind of the one that starts us off on this whole adventure. These packaged projects are basically fancy zips. They are zips of another name. But because they open right in Arc Pro, the unzipping is actually happening right now. It just happened. It just opened up. It's all right here. So what we've got is all of these counties. These are the Massachusetts counties. And you're going to do a little work with them, playing around, seeing what's going on. You can zoom in and out on them if you want to. Play with it. See what's going on, see what's happening. But in the lab document, page 30, it talks about color vision simulation. This is a feature in Arc 3, which is what we have available for download. The older version 2.95, which is on the remote desktop, that's what I'm using. It's not actually available here. So if you see, I right click and I don't have color vision simulator. That's okay, because if you go to the very next page, question 10, you can see a web-based version of it called Cobless. So if you don't see the color vision simulator in the Arc Pro, that's all right. Simulate it in the web version and then change the colors. What a kind of messy map we're looking at. Let's change these colors. Now, again, right click gets you everywhere inside of Arc Pro. So in this case, what I want to do, I want to change the symbols. So I'm going to go into Symbology. The other great thing you should remember inside of Arc Pro is that whenever you hover over something, a little tooltip pops up. It tells you what that thing does that you're hovering over. How useful for us to understand what's happening. Well, what's a base map? Reference data. Great. What's this? Well, it's a shape file. Okay, well, I guess I don't get any information on that. What's this? Oh, it's symbology. What does properties mean? Oh, it's the properties. Okay, sometimes they're not the most helpful, but often they are very interesting. And again, I just right-clicked and chose Symbology. You can change the whole ramp, change for everything. Try reds. Those are nice. Let's try random. Those aren't bad, right? You can change them all together. You could, if you just find this, well, maybe this dark blue. Dark blue is a little offensive to me. You can click on that and then go into the properties and change the color yourself. I want it to be green instead. What about that? Oh, cool. Now it's green. I want it to be this kind of lilac-y light purple. Oh, now it is. You can do anything you want in here. It's really up to you. And as we look at the lab document, you can see that, yes, indeed, you can play with any of these color schemes as much as you'd like. Try to make one that has better color vision if you want to. The rest of the lab document has you go through these different packages and make adjustments, make changes. You don't need to save as long as you've taken the screenshot or done the work that it's asked you to preserve the choices that you're making, stuff like that. So you don't need to save anything, provided you've gotten the important pieces down. Back in the document here is one all about labels. That looks fun. We've got one that's a sample schools map as well. Actually, I think the schools map, the sample map comes next in the lab document. Labels is last. There we go. That looks good. One other key things in here, and this is explained in the lab document as well, but it's always good to see, is that when you're drawing things, when you're actually putting stuff in the map, the order of how they draw is really important. And essentially, the thing in the top of your drawing order here in the contents pane, and you're going to hear me call this the table of contents a million times in these recordings, because that's what it used to be called. Now it's just the contents pane. But anything in here is actually movable. Whatever on the top is drawn on the top of all the features, and whatever's on the bottom is drawn on the bottom of all the features. So I can hide these roads altogether if I put them under the base map. So make sure that when you're looking for the order of things, you're actually putting them in the correct order graphically. If you've ever played around in Photoshop or anything like that, welcome. Very familiar. So part D has you play with a lot of maps, use a bunch of different map settings, do a little bit of exporting and map layouting, and it really is a ton of fun. So enjoy your map making with these different pieces of data. Then you're almost done, just one part left, which is mostly assembly. See you in that recording.